So I've been asked quite a lot of questions about the Ribble, both in the comments, and people have actually come up alongside me and asked me questions about it while I've been out on it. So what I'll do is I shall answer some of those questions out of the comments and answer some questions that people have been asking me while I've been out. So we'll start at the top with the seat post. Have I had any problems with the seat post moving? No, I personally haven't. There will be no issues with it turning in the frame because it does have a shape to it, but I haven't had any issues with it moving down either. But if you do, a bit of that will stop that problem. I've been getting questions about these dimensions of the bars. So they are approximately 420 mil from roughly the centre here to the centre here, and they are approximately 150 mil from the centre of the stem bolt to the front of the bar. Have I had any issues with the handlebars and the internal cable routing? No, I haven't. This is a common question I get asked of people, and I am aware that there are issues with certain bikes and internal cable routing, but I haven't had any with this one. Have I had any problems with the headset? Yes, I have. I have had some issues with the headset keep coming loose. In relation to that, I actually ended up with Ribble coming out and actually sorting that out for me. I'll do a separate video on that actually, and I'll talk about what the issue was and what the fix was for it. And yes, it was to do with the expander cap, but there's a bit more to it than that. So yeah, I'll probably do a separate video on that one. What is the depth of the rims and what have the wheels been like? So the depth of the rim, including the braking surface, is approximately 56 mil. And the wheels themselves are just fine. I've had no issues with them whatsoever. As I've said in the first video I did on it, I've had carbon off the peg wheels before on other bikes and they were pretty poor. These are really good. They're pretty solid, there's no flex in them, no issues with the wheels. The group set, well, it's the Shimano Ultegra group set. It is what it is. Really, there's not a lot I can say about the group set. I haven't had any problems with it. I haven't ever had any problems with a Shimano Ultegra group set. So yeah, it is what it is. That's the noise that makes. Bear in mind the camera is right up to it, but yeah, that is a question I have been asked. Frame is just fine. Yeah, it's solid. I weigh 62, 63 kilos. I haven't had any issues at all with it flexing. The brakes, Shimano Ultegra direct mount calipers, just fine. Again, as I said in the initial video I did on it, I actually intentionally went away from hydraulic brakes, but I've had no problems with these. They stopped me, no problem, fine. The front mount for the Garmin, that came directly from Ribble. They do these in two different versions, one with the GoPro mount underneath and one without. There may be third-party manufacturers make these, I don't know, but I just ordered mine from Ribble when I ordered the bike. The other bits and pieces, like the seat bag and the bottle cages, they came from Wiggle. What does it weigh? Well, that is what it says on the website. That tends to be the big one, that. What does it weigh? You know, you're out on it and you'll get these people come alongside you, as I've had happen to me quite a few times. Oh, that's a nice bike. What does it weigh? You tell them, oh, I think it's about 8 kilos. That's heavy. It's like, well, you know, you look at some of them and you think, lose 2 stone. But yeah, that's what it weighs. In my last video, I said something along the lines of, I felt it was a lot better bike than bikes I'd previously paid a lot more money for. And a few people have asked what bike. So the 2 bikes I had before this, we'll do them 2, was a specialised tarmac. I can't remember the exact spec of it, but I think that was 5,200 off the peg. The one after that was a specialised Venge, which I paid 5,500 for off the peg. Okay, so I think the Ribble Endurance SL has just gone up, but at the time I paid 2,700 for this one. So that's, let's say it's approximately half of what I paid for the previous two. Right, so how can I word this? Do I feel that I am now riding a bike that is 50% less quality or 50% inferior to the previous two bikes I've had? No, absolutely, definitely, unequivocally not. This bike, to me personally, when I ride it, feels every bit as good as bikes I've paid almost double for. I hope this answers some of your questions. If you have any more, or you want me to be a little bit more specific with anything, put it in the comments and I shall try to get back and answer them as soon as I can.